on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today we're going to be taking a look at some Grails at BladeBinge. Make sure that you check out BladeBinge. If you want to hang out with me and hear my thoughts on all this really cool stuff, there's seriously always cool stuff here. If you want to hear my thoughts, stick around. If you want to look through it yourself, I'll link this page down in the description, and you can do that. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Let's go ahead and see what we've got. Lots of Oz Machine Company Roosevelts. I imagine, people are finally getting their hands on these things, and they must not be quite as rare. Maybe they are still. I don't know. It's hard to say. I own the XL. That's the only version I've ever wanted to own. So I'm not like constantly invested in like the specific, like the Oz Machine Company, that market, right? That one's never really interested me. Let's see here. Andrew Demko MG8020i. Pretty cool. The 8020i is the international version. So it is literally identical to the USA version, except for the blade being ground and apparently heat treated, I think, in Italy. I have this. This is the one that I EDC. Mine's black. They are $400 brand new. So that's marked up about $160. Oh, the Nanhai for exactly what it normally sells for. I own this watch. It is amazing. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna do a little sales pitch for this guy here. This is like a mirror black DLC on the watch. I want to say it's a Salida movement. It's a good movement. You have a Damascus bezel, which is ridiculously you do not see that. This is a watch for knife guys. That's what this is. And it's perfect. Especially if you like, DLC and Damascus in this case. I've got a bunch of knives that actually match this, but that he should have shown it off some more. This really is like a mirror black, and that I believe is exactly what they sell for, brand new, or what they did sell for. So yeah, I would recommend picking that up. I think that's an awesome watch there. Custom Knife Factory Gavco Tiger. That's kind of cool. Half track for $550. What does it come with? The silver twill? That's not a factory scale. Surely not. I know it's not factory fit. That must be an aftermarket. Like, I don't think Hinderer does silver twill on production or even offers them for purchase. Mantis Magna Cut. Oh boy. That's a rare boy there. Custom Typhoon. Sharp by design. This will have unbelievably good action. Unbelievably. I'm surprised it's a little bit off center, but I do appreciate the gentleman who made the listing for showing that. I wonder, is it a proprietary pivot? No, it's just a Torx pivot. That's beautiful. God, that is gorgeous. Something about Brian Nadeau's flow and the way that he combines the different texture patterns. This is awesome. I thought this was a Peter Rosenti for a moment, but that's a Jeff Blavelt. Something cool that he does, he puts little inserts in the holes here. You know what this is? It's like a good-looking Spyderco. That's what this is. I love his work. I think his work is so aesthetic. Really, really nice. I think that one's a little bit off center. Is it? No, it's just the shadow here. No, it's not off center. That is really cool. I like that a lot. I'm actually considering having a custom made by Mr. Blavelt. Demko 8020 smooth tie. I think I made a post about this one on my community tab. I don't necessarily think that that's a terrible deal. $700. You're going to pay $650 for one of those things brand new. So that's kind of cool. Is this a new model, or is it an old? Yeah, this is one of the newer ones. Very cool. I like that a lot. I'm not upset about that at all. Non-flipper Spanto. I own this. Great knife. $550 is a little high. F95 Hydronian. Kind of like this texture here. What is special about this? Walter Randolph. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, 392 purple. No way. No way. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. The nostalgia of this. This is freaking crazy. It'll sell for that. It will. I mean, people, here's the thing. Sometimes I see price, I'm like, it's too much of credit, you know, and sometimes I'm like, this is outrageous. And then sometimes you just know, like, this is one of those guys who actually knows what he's got. Or Brooklyn. Yeah, it says Brooklyn Knife and Tool. Yeah, it will sell for that. This is insanely rare, and I think actually one of the more sought-after variations. I'm sure he's got it in absolutely perfect condition. He has the box and the COA, which is a big deal. For some reason, a lot of people who bought these things, tons of these either turned into users, or they the owner like tossed the box and the COA. If you don't have the COA, and I know people are going to be upset about, oh yeah, it's a knife you got supposed to use. Yeah, but also like, I mean, if you're watching my channel, you're in collector enthusiast territory. Like you should know, right? That'd be like, you know, confused that you took a wrong turn at Albuquerque and ended up in England. Like you had to cross the ocean. You should know where you're going. Collector enthusiast territory, obviously, limited edition. I mean, it's all the signs. It is a knife and can be used as a tool, but it is obviously an object intended to appease the collector community and the user community alike. So, that being said, yes, if these don't have the COA, the matching serial number on it's got to be the same on the blade, 0274, 274. It's got to match. And if it does, it's worth substantially more, especially if it's in an absolutely perfect condition. Brand new in box. It is absolutely worth that. He will get that. He will get that. If you're a serious collector, like that, I want to buy that. But if you're a serious collector, especially with those rare ZTs, I'd jump on that because we just don't get to see that stuff very often. Really cool. Look at that Contigo. I haven't seen a Contigo in a long time. One of the nastiest cuts, and you're not going to be able to see it, right here, from a Contigo. I was playing with it, and my wife's, at the time, she was just my girlfriend. But I was in her apartment, and I was flipping around. She's like, if you keep doing that, you're going to cut yourself. And I was like, yeah. Like 3 seconds after that, it slipped out of my hand, and I panicked and went to catch it, but it had rotated, and I caught the blade, and it just filleted my finger there. Cool. I don't know, the one that I had was black. Heretic Wraith. Okay. Strider, Chevron. The day that my ideal Strider pops up on BladeBinge, I will buy it. I know there's got to be a couple of them floating around out there with that chainmail, little teeny tiny micro diamond texture pattern. It's contour. It's an SNG Performance. By the way, if you own that and you know what I'm talking about, you can find this. There was an old Monkey Edge listing for this thing. I don't know what it originally sold for. It's full titanium, contoured, has little micro diamond pattern milling. It's the MSC SNG. No, it's not a custom. It's an SNG Performance. Most perfect Strider that ever existed. I have seen one for sale ever. Like on the secondary market, and I just didn't have the budget for it at the time. But if you own that knife, I'll buy it, and I'll even overpay for it. So take advantage of me. XM18. Oh, that's the liner lock. Cool. Ooh. Well, I mean, I need to see the liner lock. Yeah. Okay. So interesting. So this answers a couple of questions. Number one. The tie scales fit. You can put a tie scale on this. That's cool. Number two. What would we do about if we wanted to make it full titanium? What would we do about this side? Number three. It doesn't look like it has a lock bar insert. Interesting. Maybe it does and we just can't see it. Interesting. That's kind of weird. Hinderer's going to send me one directly. Now, hold on a second. If he replaced this scale with the tie scale, was there no liner on the other side? What do they look like initially? Boy, that's weird, isn't it? Look at that. So is there a liner on both sides, or is one side just G10? Brand new liner lock XM18 also comes with installed texture titanium milled horse head. Battle black, silver, blah, blah, coordinate stone wash fit. It doesn't look like there's a liner. That's weird. That's weird. I mean, it would significantly reduce the weight. It's just weird. 80-10 limited sold out run. 135 of 200 3V and black PVD. Black PVD what? It's titanium? I mean, that's kind of cool. I have a full tie 80-10, and but it has original goat scales. I didn't even know that that existed. That's pretty cool. Hold on. There's a lot of really cool stuff. Look at this Freeman. Dude, there's so much cool stuff on BladeBinge right now that I haven't seen for a long time. These Freeman button lock knives are super fun. I mean, they're just over-the-top ridiculous. Those scallops there probably make it harder to cut. There's a freaking Talon. Oh, my gosh. That's nuts that they go for that much. I want to say these sold for like $900 originally. I have mine. I use it all the time. I put a big gash in it. I think cutting something on a live stream, I put a big gash in it. Resenti Mini Satori. I like the full-size Satori. Purple Alatex. I didn't even know they did one. Look at this. Batwing Nightmare. This is so over-the-top Strider. I'm sure there's a buyer out there for it. It's not me, but I'm sure there's one out there. Dark Mode Raiden. That's a cool knife. Ollie Plunkett Blade Works. Lefty Harpoonist. I don't know why I added an harpoonist. What is a harpoonist? One who harpoons. Yeah, occupationally. The realization that I am sitting in front of my computer by myself, recording this, making myself laugh. It's just me. I know an audience will eventually see this, but right now it's just me, laughing at the word harpoonist. My eyes are all red now as I rubbed them. Bolster lock. It's kind of a good looking knife. It's just it's a super weird grind. It's mega thick out at the tip. Look at that big old chunky boy. Jeez. Okay. Fun. Kind of a fun knife. Okay. Something I'm seeing company J-Cape V4 custom. What is all this? Oh, the bolsters. Well, now who did this? Did we have this done by someone? Had customized. A custom laser engraved filigree pattern. Okay, so laser. Okay. Brown knives. LHCX. The LHC is a cool knife. Full DLC Ishtar. You definitely don't see those very often. Definitely not. I have a full DLC. Well, actually, I used to have. It's gone now. I had a full DLC. Dragonfly. Sean O'Connell, Holt Morpheus, McNeese, PM Mach 2 hand ground, XM18. That's got the. It's not a factory scale. It's what's his name? Dark Topo titanium scale. Blah blah blah. Medan Boss, yeah. Always important when you're listing Hinderer stuff. If it's got a titanium scale, look at this fatty. Those are super rare. Fatty Harpoon Tanto. I used to own this exact knife, not with the tie scale. Look at that. It's an XM18, 3.5 inch, with a blade stock as thick as the XM24, and in particular, the Harpoon Tanto has the thickest geometry. This boy had a few issues with the pivot. I've been there. You gotta use a penny. You see what I mean about these? Look, this is what the thumb studs used to look like. The thumb studs used to be perfect, and then Hinderer or whoever was like, you know what? We should make them sharp and 90 degrees. Like, go back to the buttons. The button head was so much better. F on the flipper tab. So this would be Gen 4. No lock bar insert, and it'll also exclusively be running on nylon, because that's what they ran on back then. They didn't have the tri-way. You can get washers for them. You can buy custom washers. The Void Knife Nuts Podcast Edition, that's cool. I wonder if I should tell Levon that one's sitting there. That's cool. Okay, hold on. I own this. I own this exact knife. No, not this one. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I own a different version of that. Factor 8 in orange. Meat Crafter. Why is this $1,000? Bro, you got a picture of the knife? Oh, factory sealed. Okay, that's why. I was like, this is the box! It's not the... I need to see the knife. Okay, yeah, factory sealed, but like, why? Is this rare? Is this rare, or is it just a random Benchmade knife? You don't have any feedback, my guy. You can't sell this for this with this. You got to start small. I mean, honestly, okay, for people, because I know people are going to be like, oh, how am I supposed to get started? Literally just sell a budget knife that you don't use. Just sell it super cheap. And just, do that a couple of times so you got some good positive feedback, right? I mean, don't do that with the intention of scamming people on a big item. I'm saying people will want to interact with you more if this doesn't say 0. On Blade forums, which I don't know if my old account is still active, I had 55 positive interactions, 0 neutral, 0 negative, and my first 5 intentionally were just budget knives, because people wouldn't trade with me. They wouldn't buy anything from me. I bought stuff. That's another way that you can do this. I don't know. I wonder if you get interactions from buying. You can buy things and you can sell inexpensive things and just be super courteous and professional, right? That's how you get started. Koenig Arius Gen 4 user. I bet he would budge on that price too. That wouldn't be bad. Getting your hands on one of these with the intention to use it, considering what they normally go for. Last chance before I keep it. Well, if you keep it, there's always another chance that you'll sell it. AP Dad on 87. Benchmade Damage Steel Bug Out. Wow! What? Oh, is this from the custom shop? Yeah, I bet so. Yeah, that's cool. I don't see too many people, originally willing to pay that much for a bug out. God, we've already been doing this for 20 minutes. Marfione Custom Knives Protocol Warncliffe. That's cool. Personally, I know that, it's all subjective. Personally, I think this is hideous. But I like stuff that other people think is hideous, so that doesn't really mean anything. That's a really cool Gen 3 Arius. I love that inlay. Lots of Arius. Arius is all over the place. Sig Sauer Legion collab. That's that one I think we saw last time. I couldn't figure out if it was that weird finish. That charcoal finish. These are super cool. They're also just kind of bizarre looking. I can't decide what this makes me think of. I also can't decide, how does he get started? Where... It's just so random, what is it? What was the idea when you started? It's interesting. I'm struggling to decide if cool is the word. It's just... It's unique. Definitely. Is this full tie? No. Is this yellow carbon fiber? Weird. Yeah, it's just weird. I'm not sure what it makes me think of. I think it makes me think of old people yard sales. You know what I mean? I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm just saying, like, if you ever walk around at a yard sale and it's like an elderly person and they have a lot of like knickknacks, and it's like, number one, I'm confused by the function of the object, and number two, the design and all of the pretties and things. I'm like, what is this? What does it do? And why does it look like this? I'm not saying it's bad. I just want to learn more. How much? You know, like, I don't understand. That's kind of what it makes me think of. Old people yard sale thing. Large Sebenza. That's a beautiful picture. Look at this guy addicted to blades, charging way too much, but taking beautiful pictures. He's not actually there, right? He's just turned this into a PNG, and he put a lovely picture of the mountains and a waterfall in the background, right? Oh boy, look at that. Absolutely stunning image work there. Insane price tag on that. Does he has a lot of positive interactions, so I mean, you don't have to look at this, dude. Oh, it's okay. Still though, yeah. $100 back to what it goes for. 8020S with the texturing, new gen. Doesn't hardly look like, I mean, it's kind of slightly off-centered, but I mean, I'm sure you could fix the centering. Let's read. For sale is a Demko Knives 8020S Slim, textured titanium with a 20 CV clip point blade. Priced lower than usual since it's a user and has been carried extensively. Skiff bearings installed, blah, blah, blah. Centering is favoring the show side, and I could never fix it. That I appreciate the honesty. This is a good listing. These are good pictures. He shows the centering, and he even adds detail there. So, I mean, I don't know if I'd really care after a while. Bearings, traction, on the edge has been sharpened to the factory bevels and is still sharp. Though it will need a touch-up. Despite these flaws, the action is amazing. I don't think that's a bad buy. And he's got another one right here that's in excellent condition. Is this the same guy? He bought one Safe Queen and one user. Does he? Has been carried a few times. He's still a user. He's got one user queen and one user. 8020S Slicer Shark's Foot. That's a cool knife too. Oh! The Interceptor. Such a cool knife. Such a cool knife. Not worth $3,500. But maybe it'll sell. I mean, I don't know. You know. Such a cool looking fixed blade though. That's a weird inlay. It just looks like pool chemicals. MG8020S Magna with original goat scales for $800. Golly gee willikers, why? 800 smackers. Okay. Herman Knives Ishtar and DLC, kind of cool. Mini Arius. Dmitry Sinkovich Fit Strip. ProTech Cambria Custom, very cool, mirror polished. Regrind Curtis Berry tie scale. I used to have a Curtis Berry tie scale, and I had it because I could not find an XM24 tie scale. The Curtis Berry tie scales are if you are fed up trying to find an XM24 tie scale, this is about as close as it's going to get to the factory texturing, and he does an excellent job. I would argue his almost looks better than Hinderer's, and they do fit well. Slightly off. So I mean, no, he even matches the stone. He doesn't get the length here exactly the same, and it's not polished on the inside. I'm not sure how Hinderer does that, or if it's just a product of the manufacturing process. That's a cool one. I think we looked at that last time. Okay. Praetorian Genesis T. There's the comb. Yeah. Anything else here? Anything else? Is that the micro? That's the full of beautiful, just beautiful backgrounds. Got to take a good thumbnail, you know? $788. All right. that's going to be it. There's tons of grails on BladeBinge. Check out BladeBinge. Links in the description. Go see for yourself. Sign up. Become a member. It's free. You can sell your stuff. You can trade your stuff. And you can buy stuff without having to worry that you're going to get scammed. Because BladeBinge has an excellent guarantee on transactions. This is the place to go on the secondary market for this type of stuff. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.